Jai Jagat friends, my name is Pradeep Gawande and I am based at Amravati. I was in teaching profession and now I am a farmer. I am happy that this book talk team, Akshay Kodzawai and Deepak Shalare has thought it fit to cover me on the issue of the shoe pelting at the Chief Justice of India by a certain advocate by name Kishor Tiwari, and I am attempting to express a sort of perspective that I feel should be appreciated by our nation and our people. What I feel is that the incident primarily is not a disease, it is the symptom of the disease. Such incidents of attacking democracy, demoralizing democracy, endangering democracy are practiced by various elements. It is a systematic attack on the institution of democracy. And this advocate, after having committed that heinous and shameful and painful act of having thrown the shoe at the Chief Justice of India, while talking to media men, started defending himself. I am not an ordinary man. I am having wonderful qualifications like a graduation degree, a post-graduation degree, a doctoral degree. The wonderful thing that one cannot do post-graduation without having or without holding a graduation degree. And unfortunately today the state of affairs in our nation is that there are PhDs, MScs who have been applying for the government jobs lying in the cadre of clerical cadre, say, then class 3 jobs. So that is the thing. And the entire plight of education is such that people here first become engineers, a mechanical engineer, civil engineer, and after having acquired that degree, he works as a clerk or cashier in a bank. That is the thing. So these are the hollow paper cones of degrees. Those are meaningless. But the way he was putting, Kishor Tiwari was putting his defense, my qualifications are so great and they were appreciated by people around, and comparing that with the qualifications of the Chief Justice of India, actually they are redundant qualifications. You require the kind of qualifications that are required for to be the Chief Justice of India are possessed by our Gavai Sahib. That is a wonderful thing. Then at all you have such a overconfidence or such a confidence of the substance of your degree, your knowledge, your accumulation of experience and all that. Then there is another glaring instance example of a person having acquired a MSc degree. His name is Karsan Patel of Nirma Industries. He was holding a MSc degree and working in some government department as in a clerical position, not in a very dignified and very glamorous position or big position. And at some level he thought that the income he was getting or the salary he was getting was not sufficient for him. Another thing, he felt that the kind of qualifications he is having, that doesn't justify his job. And being a chemistry postgraduate, he brought about the concoction of some chemicals and produced that powder. And personally, while coming to office by bicycle, he used to bring along some packets, sell them, then go to office, and another bag. While returning home, he would sell it to people, and this way he built an empire. But that is the true significance of education. At all, I am holding a degree in particular science or particular technology or particular field. I should be in a position to express a kind of skill. That is the qualifications I am holding. Suppose somebody is a mechanical engineer and he is not able to clean the carburetor of a motorcycle. What use is mechanical engineering degrees? That is the thing. Another thing, I appreciate that after the humiliation or the act, painful act, Justice Gawai deserves our appreciation for the kind of thing that he has chosen to forgive the person. That act will go a long way as the essence of the understanding of Buddhism. He has digested Buddhism. He has not chosen to react and all that. Now there is a class of people who say that this is the kind of thing that he should not be spared. At all, some people feel that Kishor Tiwari should be brought to book by rules and regulation and laws. They can file a petition before the apex court and request the apex court to appoint a bench of 5 judges. The case be heard over there, and the majority of the judges decides that this should be the punishment for the person. It is not a job of Honorable Gavai Sahib only. On his part, he has done what is mind thought fit for him. Everybody has his inclination. Somebody believe in taking a revenge. Some believe in forgiveness is a great value. That value derives from the essence of Buddhism. Another thing, there was a parallel sort of incident some days back that a stupid fellow by name Padalkar expressed certain silly things against a Maharashtra-based politician, Jayant Patil, and there was a lot of Samudra Manthan or pandemonium over, and people were debating the various angles of the issue. Here, I want to say, or I want to underscore a very different and very simple perspective that I do not defend the act of Advocate Tiwari. However, the amount of sympathy, support it generated is a wonderful thing. I do not mean that those who all are supporting Tiwari are correct. That is not the 360-degree approach of analyzing anything. They are mistaken. However, we have to take note of the fact that why people feel that this is a correct act. When Padalkar expressed certain things about, say, Jayant Patil and Maratha community, the Dhangar community felt that yes, that is the right thing. But that is the sort of grievance, accumulated humiliation at some level that finds some sort of expression, that is perhaps looking for some sort of opportunity to ventilate, to express. So that is the kind of thing. So I sympathize with the people, because ours is a society where Ambedkarites hate Marathas. There are Marathas who hate Ambedkarites. This caste versus that caste versus this caste. And there was another Samudra Manthan when the demand for reservations for the Maratha and their inclusion in OBC came up. Every other caste was up in arms, and they said, okay, we are not happy with the status of this category, we want to be in that category. And there is a great deal of pandemonium and Samudra Manthan going. Every other leader says, okay, we are not happy with this, incorporate or include us in that category. Or say, we want this category. People are taking morchas, and there are expressions, and there are public meetings and rallies and all that. So that way, the trouble is that our understanding of the system is such that people do not want to be solution seekers. They do not want to bring about the solution. They just want a temporary scenes and temporary personality, say, element that they want to express. Basically, the incident of building the shoe, or some fellow who is a public representative, by name say Rao Sahib Danme, who had long expressed some sort of humiliating remark about the farmers, ki mazlet sale, or recently our Sarkar Mantri, some Baba Sahib Patil says ki these people are now getting used to loan waiver and all that. These are the kind of things, they are the part of system. These people do not want democracy to be delivered to people. Now, why there was a sympathetic reaction against the attack on say Jayant Patil, or some people choosing to criticize Chief Justice Gavai Sahib on the grounds of comparing the qualifications and all that. This happens because of we do not have a kind of system or a kind of democracy that is foolproof, that can deliver justice to everybody. There are monopolies of various castes, various lobbies, various syndicates, and one syndicate against other syndicate. They play the political ball games. Actually, a member of parliament or a member of assemblies, they are public representatives. They are not actually powered to express anti-social versions, but they do, and that cannot be legally challenged. They are getting salaries. The members in parliament, they get the 5-star meals at the cost of the say 10 rupees झुणका भाकर, or even cheaper than that. So that is the thing. And our approaches are so occasional that when every time Gandhi Jayanti comes, the so-called Purogami thinkers, they put the pot on the front burners and boil the Gandhi versus Godse soup and try to serve it. That is their personality cult and image promotion. That doesn't relate to the issues to be addressed. At all, we want democracy to be repaired, the system to be repaired. We will have to create a kind of system, because system possibly is degenerating possibly everywhere. Here is a book I am holding by Mary Catherine Ham and Guy Benson, end of discussion. That is about the degeneration of American economy, American democracy, American polity, everything. Nobody is careful about the safeguarding democracy. The offices like the office of Chief Justice or any other justice, they are the guardians of democracy. So we will have to examine the role of Honorable Chief Justice Gavai Sahib in the light of his position as a justice in High Court. What are the contributions to the system? How many appeals there were argued upon, and how many appeals were decided in favor of the public in large? That is the thing. Well, then, having taken stock of all this degeneration, monopolization, concentration of power, various vested interest syndicates, what I believe is that we now need an overhaul of the entire system, so that the aspirations of people, hopes of people all over the nation, in terms of constitutional terms, that is the justice, economic, political right, and justice, economic, political and social, will be understood and people will be delivered in those terms. There is poverty, there is inequality, there are other issues like where India suffers. These all people who are passing great comments on that, they should be first asked to express what are the challenges ahead of nation. What are the challenges? I believe that perhaps cleanliness, traffic sense, hygiene, this is where our country suffers. We have created a god of cricket, and there are so many rationalists who criticize God, that they say I am an atheist and all that. So that is a wonderful thing. Another thing that then there people say, I believe in science, I don't believe in God. These are the people who eat or who enjoy the fruits ripened by, say, chemicals. So where is your science? That's a pretty wonderful and funny sort of thing. So we would need the overall of democracy, and that isn't a simple perspective. Hence, finally, coming to conclusion, what we have to think about is why this kind of things are happening. Why the nation is busy playing with trivia. Some Padalkar saying something stupid and something happens and there is great deal of waste of time, energy and money over it. Or some stupid advocate practicing in Supreme Court with the defense of his so-called qualification paid shoe at the Chief Justice of India. And why things like this are happening? My answer, my conclusion is that this is happening because of we are a nation where intellectual malnutrition is the reason behind all things. Now, intellectual malnutrition really means what? I would need to dilate upon and explain the point at length. For that, I am going to write a good article of around 300 to 500 words, and in that I will explain how intellectual malnutrition is responsible for all sufferings in India, degeneration of democracy in India, degeneration of values in India, the values of Buddha, the values of Vivekananda, the values of Holy Gita, the values of great sages of India. Thank you very much. I thank both Akshay and Deepak for having spent time, energy and a lot of efforts for putting all these things together. Thank you, my friends.